What's good, everybody, and welcome back to Whole Views. And today we are having another episode of Firearms Friday. Another episode where we're featuring a Mossberg shotgun. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. We do Firearms Friday periodically. I'm gonna soon start rolling in some different type toys. It's not gonna just be shotguns all the time. But this one for me is really special because this is not just any old shotgun. This is probably the absolute best Father's Day gift that I have ever given. You heard right, this is my father's 12 gauge. When this gun was first purchased by me, it was in very bad condition. Let's explain some things about how this gun is set up and how we know it is where it is. So if you look closely, right, this is a vent rib that you see on the top, and this is a mid bead. So this barrel was not initially the 18 inches that it is now. It was cut down by someone. If you're looking at the video at this moment in time, you can see, hopefully see, how well things have been like smoothed off toward the end of the barrel. Pretty professional job that was done. So I'm guessing this was probably a 28-inch vent rib barrel with a mid bead, cut down to exactly the legal length of 18 inches, and then smoothed out and done really well. Well, it continued to function as a home defense shotgun for whoever was using it, because it has had a ton of rounds to it. Rolling in some pictures from when I first purchased it, this gun was green, all over the barrel, all over the magazine tube. The receiver had all kind of grease and stickers on it. The actual bolt and carrier group and the shell lifter and all the different parts that were internal have lost their bluing over the years, and now they had like little spots of rust all over them. So it took quite a bit of work for me to actually get things in an order where I could present it as a gift. So a few years back, I purchased this and I started out on a project, and I basically went through the process of sanding all the pre-existing finish off, got everything down to pretty bare metal, followed some processes that I watched here on YouTube, and got the metal to be as clean as I could be, hit it with some Duracoat. For the wood, if you notice, the stocks had like little dings and scratches in them. Specifically, like there was a pretty bad scratch here. It's covered by a buttstock cuff, but there was a pretty bad nick back here. The wood just didn't seem like it had been treated well over the years. I really believe that whoever this shotgun belonged to, they took it out on a lot of hunting expeditions before they actually decided to turn it into a home defense 12 gauge. I sanded all the wood down to bare wood, let everything dry off real nice, stained it, sealed it to where now you got a little shine on the wood, and you know, it's not super slick, but at the same time, you could tell that there's some type of coating to protect it. If you ever had to get it back out in the wilderness, it should hold up for a few more trips. The Duracoat was applied to the metal. The different darker stain was applied to the wood, and this thing was presented to my father as, here you go, happy Father's Day, and he was quite happy with it. So happy to the point that he's never put a round through it. Which is actually, he doesn't really know how to operate shotguns too well. He believes that birdshot is the end all be all for a shotgun shell. He thinks that's good enough, and I'm like, Pops, is really not. Like, all you're gonna do is piss somebody off. And he's like, nah, I don't believe that, Corey. I believe, I'm gonna hit him with that birdshot and they're gonna be running. I say, okay, well, I loaded him up with some buckshot, and I put him some bird on the back because that's what he wants. And it has never been used. He actually took it and put it in the corner so he could see it from his bed. And like this, he's proud of the fact that his son put this together for him, like restored something for him. Very good, happy Father's Day gift that I gave him. He's still pleased with it to this day. Now, I want to say this was at least 3-4 years ago, and I think that he'll probably never shoot it. He's the fisherman. He loves to fish, does not hunt anything, and not at all interested in hunting anything. If he needs a shouldered weapon, he has one here because I took that time and I put in that work to get it done for him. And I'm actually quite proud of it, man. I like the way everything came together. Everything looks pretty much new on this gun besides the action slide bars. I probably could have applied some Duracoat there, but I felt like it was, you know, a little bit of a waste. As far as sighting goes on a shotgun, like the mid bead is more than adequate to get shots off and put buckshot on a target, because he'll never shoot a slug. Although for his purposes, my initial thought to get this for him was because of alligators. Like, so he fishes on the banks, and sometimes gators will walk up to him, and he's actually had to shoot at least 2 alligators over the years. And I'm like, Dad, you got a little 38. Like, that's not really sufficient to do anything to an alligator. He's like, oh, they get rid of him. He's not really a gun person at all. But I told him, like, hey, if you bring this out there, you know, you put a slug in it. Oh, I'm not gonna shoot no slug, Corey. But a slug could, you know, it could probably do something to an alligator and really detract that thing from coming at you, because one time it really came at him. But besides that, this will probably just be like a trophy for him to stay in his room. And, you know, that's good enough for me. He's happy with it, with the look of it. It does have full functionality in case he ever needs it. I did, like, take the safety out, make sure everything works perfectly fine. I did run a few tests, you know, make sure the firing pin was still dropping. The only part of this gun that wasn't changed and, like, wiped down and refinished and renewed or replaced was the spring, the magazine tube spray. And I do have a vise, and I think that all you really need is like some manpower to unscrew this tube, maybe some heat. I don't know how well it's, you know, stuck in place, but I never even attempted it because I don't believe that this thing is ever going to be loaded and unloaded more than what I will do to it when I go and clean it. The times that I go to my parents' house and clean it, like, because he never does anything to it. It'll sit and get dusty, and that's the cleaning that it gets. It gets a little wipe down, you know, a little field strip. It's not going to be much more than that probably done to this until it's back with me, and I might take it out and put it through its paces, or, you know, pass it on. Who knows? But that's the Firearm Friday video for today. I hope you like the pictures of the process that we went through to get this gun in the shape that it's in now. I really do like a shotgun, man. I really do. I'm a big fan, and I do like the way that this one came out. Again, we're gonna start rolling in some weapons on loan to you know, help the project to continue to move. Might have a few guests on Firearms Friday to talk about philosophies and why things are set up how they're set up, because there are some differing philosophies out there, and it'll be fun. So please, if you like Firearms Friday, stick around and come on back and check out more videos. If you like movies, because this is primarily a movie channel, stick around, subscribe, put those alerts on so we could, you know, keep things growing and keep things going. That's all we got for today. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, come on back and check out more videos.